Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? I'm here to discuss one of my favorite topics, relationships. And I got a lot to talk about in a very small amount of time, so let's get to it. So we know that disproportionately there are far more women available, dateable women, than there are dateable or available men, right? So with that in mind, my single ladies, what are you doing to set yourself apart? What are you doing to make a man want to say, this is the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with? Let's get to 10 tips for setting yourself apart in this pool of eligible and available women. Number one, set standards for yourself. Ladies, you must have standards of what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. And a lot of times we are accepting a lot of mess. Just number one could take a whole video, but I'm just going to give you a couple of examples. If a man makes plans with you and he breaks those plans but don't show up and he's a no-show and no call, do not accept that. Don't even give him a second chance. Maybe you could give him a second chance a long way down the road after he has pursued you and shown you that he's sorry for that. But don't let a man make plans with you and not show up. A lot of times as women, we think, but I have to give him a second chance or a third chance or fourth or 10th chance, because what if he's my soulmate? What if I miss out on a good guy? Ladies, we got to get out of that mentality. A good guy will not stand you up. A good guy will not be a no-show or a no-call. Don't accept a text. A man who makes plans with you and then texts you at the last minute, that is unacceptable. A man who does not keep his word, whatever it is that he tells you that he's going to do, and he does not keep his word, that's unacceptable. Especially without a really good excuse. Like I said, number one could take a whole video, but we're going to move on. Number two, ladies, don't be selfish. Now, I know for the most part, women, we're giving, but sometimes we can be selfish. Don't be selfish. It's not always all about us. And in a relationship, a man is, oh, my dryer's going off. A man is looking at you as temporary or future. And if you're temporary, he'll accept anything. But if you are his future or possibility of his future or potential future, then he's looking at things like, are you selfish? Are you all about yourself? Or do you think of him? Or do you think of others? Number three, are you kind? I know it seems so simple. It seems so elementary. It seems so cliche. But y'all, we have some women out here who are not kind. And then they wonder why they don't have a mate. And then sometimes they look and say, well, I know so-and-so and she just as mean as a rattlesnake and she done had 3 husbands. Better stop looking at other women. There are some unkind women in this world. And you can see that when it comes to social media. But be kind. A man is looking at the kindness of your nature. He's looking at, are you the woman that I want to be in my children's life if I have children? Are you the stepmom that I want my children to be around? Or are you the woman that I want to have babies with and raise my children? Kindness goes a long ways. Be concerned. When you're talking to a man and he's going through different issues or having a problem or a bad day, be concerned. Be concerned with more than just yourself or just your problems or just your woes or just what's going on in your life or your children's life. Be concerned about him. A man who's looking for a commitment, he's looking to be committed to a woman who's going to be concerned about him. Have interest outside of yourself. It's not about, our hair, our nails, our outfits, our outfit of the day. Those things are nice. I like getting my hair did. I like nice clothes. I'm about to do a haul in a few minutes. I like getting my toes did. But have interest outside of yourself. What other kinds of interests and hobbies do you have? Do you volunteer? Do you volunteer? Do you help others? Do you have interests and hobbies and things outside of what benefits Deidre? What benefits you? Number 6, mature. A man is looking to commit to a mature woman. Y'all, we have some silly women. I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't mean to condescend to anybody. And if you ain't a silly woman, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about silly women. Y'all, we have some silly women. And we have some young girls trying to be women, but they still silly little girls. You have to have a maturity about you if a man is going to commit to you. Like I said, he's looking at, are you going to be mature enough to help raise my children? Are you going to be mature enough to raise the children that I may have with you? Are you going to be mature enough to have my back? Are you going to be mature enough that I can take you around my friends, my coworkers, my colleagues? A man is looking for a woman with maturity. You can help him make wise decisions. Or sometimes when he's maybe thinking of doing something unwise, you know how to talk to him and maybe help him to see a more wise way to handle the situation. So a man, a real man, and y'all, I should not have to even mention this, but I'm not talking about grown boys. I'm talking about a grown man, a real man. And a grown man and a real man is looking for a grown woman, a real woman, a mature woman, and not a grown little girl who has temper tantrums, who pouts, who reciprocates every time he's upset, you're upset. You gave it to me, I'm gonna give it back to you good. He wants a woman who's gonna be a thinker, who's going to be mature, who's trying to think of a better way to handle situations, a better way to handle their finances. So maturity goes a long way. Non-defensive. A man does not want a woman who is always so defensive. He has to be on eggshells. He doesn't know what she's going to be like when he comes home today. He doesn't know what topic that he can mention. He doesn't know if he can tell her that he's upset about something that she did. He doesn't know how he can approach her. He doesn't know in what way he should approach her. He doesn't know when he should approach her, because God knows if he approaches her wrong or says the wrong thing or doesn't say it, present it to her exactly how she wants it presented, then she becomes defensive, and then either the tears, now don't get me wrong, I cry too, because, you know, men can hurt our feelings, but I just mean always. He doesn't know what he can say around you because you are so defensive. Ladies, we got to learn how to kind of control our emotions some and rein it. That's a sign of maturity. Going back to number 6, a sign of maturity is you're not so defensive about every little thing, even though it wasn't presented to you exactly the way you want to hear it. I mean, that is even something that I had to learn, and then I'm still learning. I'm not easily offended is coming next. I'm not defensive. I'm not quickly defensive, but I did have to learn to kind of rein it in some, because I had to learn that when my husband's telling me something, I had to look at the intent, and I had to look at his love, and I had to realize that he's not trying to hurt me. So Deidre, so don't be so defensive when he says something to you and it's not exactly the way you wish he would have given it to you. Okay, let me go a little faster because I'm trying to make this within about 10 minutes. The next one was offense. Don't be so easily offended. Everything he says offends you. No matter how he says it, you're offended. Or either you're offended easily by other things, and then you're bringing him into your mess because you're offended at your coworker. You're offended at the way somebody looked at you. You're offended at the people at church. And now, because you're offended by every little thing, he feels as a male, he has to come to your rescue and he has to protect you. So now he has to get in mess because you're so easily offended by something. Don't be so easily offended. A man is looking for a woman who can have his back. A woman that he doesn't have to, I don't have to always run to her defense because she is always so offended. Number 9, enjoy your own life. A man wants to be with a woman who enjoys her own life. If you're always, woe is me, I don't have anywhere to go, I don't have anything to do, I don't have any friends, and then you put that pressure on him to make you happy. Enjoy your own life. A man wants to come into a woman's life when she is happy with herself, when she is happy with her life, when she is confident in herself. And then he wants to add to that, but he doesn't want to have to be the principal person to make you happy. That's too much to put on a man. And lastly, number 10, uplift, encourage, and inspire. A man is looking for a woman who knows how to uplift and encourage and inspire. Uplift him. Let him know that he can be anything. He can do anything. Inspire him. When I recently got my new position and I got a raise, and my husband also got a raise, which I told y'all in my big news, but he said that inspired him to do even better and even more, because he's like, hey, you know, my wife is being blessed and elevated. I want to make sure I do what it takes to be blessed and elevated. And I inspired him. He inspires me. A man wants someone who can uplift him in those times when he's down. A man wants a woman who can inspire him. And a man definitely needs a woman who can encourage him. Every day ain't gonna be Sunday. Before we got to those big blessings, believe me, it took a whole lot of crying, a whole lot of trying, and it took a whole lot of disappointments. But we encourage each other. He encouraged me, and I encouraged him. If he is always having to encourage you and you never have anything to encourage him, you're not, that doesn't set you apart from anybody else. Okay, ladies, I hope this helps someone. I hope this blessed someone. Even if you are married, it is never too late to start anew. So even if you are married, I hope these things will help bless you. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and there will be more relationship stuff to come. Y'all be blessed. Oh, let me use my handy remote here. Bye-bye.